Shalom to everyone. This video is remembering Sodom and Gomorrah. You know, when the Most High gave me this message, it's unbelievable how we have to be reminded. We have to be reminded of what's happened, what's already happened, because we are distracted by so many different things. And this distraction take us off of what's going on and what's already happened. So he dropped this in my spirit. He spoke this word to me. Remember Sodom and Gomorrah. And I knew exactly what he was talking about. And I'm going to start right into this. This is Wisdom of Solomon 19 and verse 17. It says, therefore, even with blindness were these stricken. These are the men that came and tried to get the messengers that went into Lot's house, as those were at the doors of the righteous man. Of course, the righteous man was Lot. And we see here, these men were struck with blindness. Now, the reference to the day, the people in Babylon is struck with blindness. And this is another reason that we tend to forget what has already happened. And this is a reminder. Before destruction comes, he always sends reminders through his word, through his men, through righteous men. Before the flood, Noah gave warning. Before he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, Lot warned the people. But, you know, it's amazing how people hear the warning, they see the signs, they go on about their business, and they ignore it. It says, when being compassed about with horrible great darkness, everyone sought passage of his own doors. So they had to grope around in darkness to try to find their way back, all because they want to get with the men, with the messengers that was coming to give the word to Lot to come out. All right, this is Genesis 19:24. Then Yahuah rained brimstone and fire on Sodom and Gomorrah from Yahuah out of the heavens. We know the story. He rained down fire and brimstone. This is judgment. And when it comes, it does not stop. It continues until all is destroyed. And this is what's coming. All right, this is Jude. I'm going to read 5 and 7. It says, but I want to remind you, this is his word. This is what he's telling us. This is a reminder. I want to remind you, though you once knew this, but the enemy comes in with all types of distraction, and this is when we forget that Yahuah, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterward destroyed those who did not believe. So the first thing he do, you see this pattern, he'll save his people from this wicked place, or he'll save his people, and then comes destruction. So after his people come out of her, when his people come out of her, and this warning came out before in this channel, destruction comes after this. And the messengers, okay, I'm going to skip to 7. As Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities around them in a similar manner to these, having given themselves over to sexual immorality. This is what's going on today. This is what's going on. Sexual immorality and gone after strange flesh are set forth as an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire. So they're going after strange flesh. A man with another man is strange flesh. A woman with another woman is strange flesh. And this was for a sign and example. This is what it's saying right here. This is set forth as an example. It's going to be an example to us what happened in the past. But we need to be reminded, because we once knew this, but we forgot. It's amazing how you can stay in Babylon and know what's going on and go on as if nothing's going on, nothing's going down, nothing's going to happen. Genesis 19 and 28. Then he looked toward Sodom and Gomorrah and toward all the land of the plain, and he saw, and behold. See, when you standing off, this is what it says in Revelation. The people standing off from Babylon, and they saw the smoke of her torment. So we see here, behold, the smoke of the land, which went up like the smoke of a furnace. And this thing here, again, once again, this was a physical thing that happened in Sodom and Gomorrah, and it's once again will be a physical thing happen with modern day Babylon. This is Wisdom of Solomon 10:6-8. When the unrighteous perish, she delivered the righteous man. So the unrighteous, after the unrighteous perish, here we see, and this she, of course, is his wisdom. So we're talking about wisdom. And I told you, last days wisdom. It's wisdom that's going to get us through. It is wisdom that we must have to get through these last days. She delivered the righteous man who fled. Here's the word fled. Okay, there's a righteous man in these last days will be fleeing once again. And this is past tense, who fled from the fire which fell down upon the 5 cities, of whose wickedness even to this day the waste land that smoke is a testimony. So this smoke that comes up, this smoke will come up as a testimony. And plants bearing fruits that never came to ripeness, and a standing pillar of salt is a monument of an unbelieving soul. So we have something here to remember by. For regarding not wisdom, if you don't regard wisdom, wisdom is the stability of our times. If you don't regard wisdom, then you will be in the midst of the smoke and the torment. They got not only this hurt, that they knew not the things which were good, they knew not the things that was good, but also left behind them to the world a memorial of their foolishness. This is what would be left behind, a memorial of your foolishness, so that in the things wherein they offended, they could not so much as be hid. So you offended. Now you understand what it says. You was not able to be hid. You didn't do what scripture says when it says hide yourself for a moment from the indignation of the Most High. Jeremiah 49:18. As in, here we go, being reminded, and this is talking about Babylon here, as in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah and their neighbors. Here's a point here, and their neighbors. So Babylon, America have neighbors, Canada and Mexico. Watch out. Watch out. Canada and Mexico. Don't think just because you're in Canada, you're okay. Just because you're in Mexico, you're okay. There's the neighbors. So as he overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah and their neighbors, says Yahuah, no one shall remain there, nor shall the Son of Man dwell there. So no one, this is his word, no one will remain there. Isaiah 13:19, and Babylon, the splendor of kingdoms and the beauty of the Chaldeans' pride, will be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It's going to be just like when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. And again, he have to remind you. He's telling you, you're in Babylon. He's telling you to remember Sodom and Gomorrah. Forget about what man is saying. Forget about all the lies and the rumors, because this is what was said. Rumors will be spread in these last days. Forget those things and remember. He wants you to remember how he overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. This is the word that I plainly heard loud and clear. And this is 2nd Ezra 2:8. Let me back up. And listen at this. Oh, you wicked people. Remember. This is his word. This is the word that I heard. Oh, you wicked people. Remember what I did unto Sodom and Gomorrah. He wants you to remember what he did to Sodom and Gomorrah. Now, let's talk real quick. What happened that we've forgotten. Look at this. On June 26th, this is a reminder. Remember, we must go back and remember, because no one's talking about this right now. It's almost as if this is righteous and it's normal. It's become normal. On June 26, 2015, the Supreme Court case ruled it unconstitutional for states to ban same-sex marriage. Remember how he overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. This meant that same-sex couples had the fundamental right to marry in all 50 states. The District of Columbia also recognized same-sex marriage. See, they have to put the District of Columbia here separate because The District of Columbia is not a state. This is where it's being ran. We know it's a corporation. That's why the president is in the District of Columbia. They know exactly what they're doing. The people don't understand what's going on. Look at this picture. Look at this pretty little girl. Now, your son can bring home a pretty little girl. Look like this pretty little girl here. But now the question is this a little girl or not? This is a boy. We're living in a day that's more wicked than Sodom and Gomorrah. They did not have this during the time of Lot in Sodom and Gomorrah. This wasn't going on. Yes, they was laying with strange flesh, but never was the flesh looking like this. They knew the men was men. They knew the women was women. Now we don't know who are the men and who are the women. This is wickedness. This is wickedness. For the people that say, this is for the people, I can't believe how some people would think that being in Israel is where we need to be right now. I can't believe people think that I'm in Israel. How can you think that when I put out a video saying we are not to go in Israel? Here is Tel Aviv, Israel, 2016, gay parade, the largest LGBT movement in the Middle East. This is what's going on. So not only in America will you see the gay and lesbian parades, it's going on in Jerusalem. And it's going on in other parts of the world. But you see, America is leading this crap. America is the leader of this. And so that's another reason why he will deal with America. Now, this is the Jerusalem Post. And of course, I brought this out in previous videos. And I'm doing this again because you need to be reminded. You need to be reminded of what's going on and how he overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah, and the reason he overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. This is the Jerusalem Post. Tel Aviv, named the world's best gay city for 2011. So we see this is the gayest, they are gay friendly. And the people are flocking there in numbers, and they are, listen, the land is being, when the scripture says that the land, it will be trodden down by the Gentiles, by Goy, here they are. Because this is not righteousness. And you have Christians in America sending money to support this mess. And the church is not telling what's really going on. So the people, they don't know what's going on, and they continue to support wickedness. But this land is full of abominations. This land needs to be cleansed. And we should not be in this land. It's just like America. It is just like America. Now, here's another point. And I'm so glad I really didn't know that I would have enough time to bring these points out. You should right now, if you are in a place where homosexual is homosexually friendly, that's a great indication you are not in his will. You should be in a place that's not homosexual friendly. Gay marriages is illegal. They don't even play that. Here where I am, they do not play that. And it's so strict to the point the casual things that happen in America, a guy and a girl having sex, they don't even play that. That's out. But see, for people in America, they wouldn't know that because they don't know the custom and they don't know the lifestyle over here. Yes, these people over here keep themselves until marriage. And definitely no gay parades, no gay marriages, none of that crap. The transgender, that's not going on over here. But if America continues, it will come over here, even spread amongst the Muslim countries. This is, remember, Sodom and Gomorrah, and never ever forget Sodom and Gomorrah and what he did.